Hi folks, hope you all doing good. This is my presentation. I'm talking about the automation overview from my company. It's called Beta Tech LLC. Hope you all know what is an automation process and how it all runs in different companies and the large organizations, especially if you've been talking about the greatest example for the robotic automations are Amazon deliveries. Okay, what I'm talking about over here is our company's automation program, which is divided into three tiers. The first one is the business and the IT process, how the RPA program gonna run, and the second tier gonna be all infrastructure, where we set up each and every program to be automated for all the infrastructure we have in the company. And the third one is the application automation, as you all know how the application runs automatically by itself. The next one is what are the products we use for this RPA automation program. Especially for the RPA, we have three products: Blue Prism, UiPath, and Process Robot. People who are already, and my fellow colleagues who might be already in the RPA systems and might be familiar with, might know what all these products are. For some others, it might be new. So the next slide, which talks about the virtual workforce. What is a virtual workforce and what it is? The first is developing a platform for the whole enterprise level. And what it does the process costs reduce and increases the speed and the accuracy. Then the next is the presentation layers, which are designed to interact with the user interface with the existing applications while they are working on different things. And it also meets all the security and data integrity appliances. Then it goes to the logic. When it comes to the logic, most of the businesses have different types of automation projects or automation engineering systems which does these automated applications. But when it's going towards our beta RPA workflows, it always helps to retain the business logic more. Again, it can be like organizations can perform tasks more accurately than what it does is reduces the errors and increase the consistency. It's going to provide the service more quickly and more dependably. Then it's going to respond better to all the perks, reducing the temporary workforces which are meeting the demand. Then it's going to ensure compliance standards which are met with no mistakes taken. Then it's going to give you it's going to give you all the employees which can focus on all the higher value decisions making systems and all that stuff. Okay, so let's go to the architecture of the automation process, how this is going to work. As you can see, how the robots or software robots have been built up, then later on how those applications 1, 2, and 3 are going into the virtual machines, then going into one of the product, which is a Blue Prism. Then it goes to the databases, how this process works, what all it does, what this platform totally does. First one, the RPA is powered by the Microsoft SQL Server. Then the security for the presentation layer is morely, how can I say, it's like more securely consistent with the logs. Then it controls the respiratory, which is like a central system for the robots, which process can be configured in the RPA software. Then it's a regulatory compliant. Then it can be used in a database or on a cloud. Then it has the work queues. Again, more automation suite, how it's going to be working out. First we have the control room, then we have the visibility of the process which are associated with the series. Then we have a studio where you can see all the single point access. Then we have the object oriented, which scales fast each and every process of the automation. Then we have the reporting and analytics part, localization, depending like tracking on each and everything. This is how our delivery model is going to work. First, the initial step is gonna, of course, we're gonna talk with the company and they're gonna give the project, design on work and everything, then sit down with the team. We're gonna start mapping up each and every process. Then we're gonna set up each and every discussion group for each process. Then goes to the point of contact. Who will be the point of contact? In my decision, because I will be the kickoff meeting presenter, so I will be the POC for everything being running on this project. Then on the step 4, we're gonna give the training. Then on step 5, we're gonna start implementing those steps towards the automation. Then step 6 is the part of the excellence where you get all those steps combined, which runs the automation. Then step 7 is the end. This is how the onboarding task and everything's gonna go. I don't want to go more in detail because I've already uploaded this slide deck to the email what I've sent you yesterday, and I hope you guys have been into that, like your eyes were into it, and I know you guys are like pretty excited to do about this. It's going to talk about more application of the network access and how the data has been extracted. Now it's going to go to the onboarding, like team distribution and the test tickets, how we're going to do all these things. These are all the flow charts. We don't have to talk anything about this right now, but these are all the processes, how it goes. What are the risks involved in this automation process? It can be implemented only in the rule-based. We cannot go out of the rules, and rules are not meant to be broken, especially in this RPA business. Then it has to be having a stable user interface, because the bot can perform only on the stable conditions. Then it requires the test environment. Without the test environment, it cannot be configured. Then for the return on the investment, the target process should be in large volume in a daily business cycle. It cannot be a weekly business cycle. It has to be daily. All right, this is what I want to tell you guys in the kickoff meeting. Hope you guys have followed me what I'm talking about, this robotic automation process where we are trying to implement, and this is our first kickoff meeting. From tomorrow it's going to start the second process. Hope you all have a good day, and I'm open for any question and answers. Thank you.